Hello developers, welcome back to .NET Ramana. When we start learning React, we usually build small examples like buttons or counters. But in real IT companies, React is mainly used to build dashboards and graphics designs and upload a files that much big. Dashboard that shows users, revenues, orders, and analytics. So today video we will learning building the dashboards. Okay, these dashboards are used in admin panels, finance systems, analytic tools, and SaaS products. In this video, I will build a complete real world React dashboard from scratch, step by step, including CSS and project structure. Okay, what you will build is by end of this video you will have a professional dashboard layout, reusable cards, analytics section, a table, clean folder structure, exactly how dashboard are built in real projects. Okay, first we will see one theory. What is a dashboard? A dashboard is a single screen that shows important business data. Instead of checking multiple pages or reports, users see everything in one place. That's why dashboards are critical in admin panels, finance dashboards, and analytical tools and SaaS products. Okay. So without any delay, let's go and build our dashboard in the Visual Studio Code. Okay. You can see on the screen what is the structure we are going to do is we are going to create one components folder. Under that these are that. Okay, in the data folder we are going to create dashboard and all. So without delay, let's create that. Okay. First what I am going to create is components folder. Okay, so src right click. So this is the folder, right? Components folder I created. Okay, next I will create a data folder. What is that? A data folder. Right click, new folder, data. Okay, data folder I created. Now I am going to create each file, whatever you saw on the screen, right? First dashboard.jsx I am going to create. Okay, dashboard.jsx I created. Okay, next I am going to create statcode.jsx. Why we are going to create is we are separating the components so that it will be the very clear. Okay, style, UI components, data styling, everything we are separating. Now I am going to create a revenue chart. See. Okay, now I am going to create a recent table.jsx. Simple. So naming convention, always see that it should be very good. Okay, next I am going to create dashboard.css. Dashboard.css. Okay. So for CSS related, in the data folder, I am going to create JavaScript file, that is dashboard data.js. Dashboard data.js. Now, what we did, we separate UI components, data, and styling. This makes the code scalable and easy to maintain. Okay. First, I am writing manually. So listen carefully. First, I will go dashboard.js. So this is the dashboard.js. Here I am going to write. So I do actually here hard code because the API calls we are not doing that, right. So in real time we will call through the API. Currently I am doing in the hard code. Okay. What I am going to do is export. Okay. So what we are going to build const. So here first we will define the users, revenue, orders and all, right. So what I give stats, I give sta. Okay. So like this, you have to write manually so that it will practice you. Okay. So now here I am going to define each like ID, title, value, and color. Okay. So what I am going to do is, okay, ID colon 1 comma title title title, okay, within double quotes, okay. So first we will do users, okay, users will build that, okay, users, okay. Next I am going to do value for that user. Real time it will come from API, but sorry, so here we will get like how, so hard code we are doing that, hard code we are doing that, remember that, okay. So some value you can give after that. So color we are going to create, so any color you can give, any specific color you can give. So I am going to give some color here, okay. So within double quotes, okay. So this is the color I given. So the same way we will create for revenue orders and all, revenue orders. So same way, okay, how like, okay. So this is the way we created the const export const string, okay. These things we are exporting, okay. Now I am doing for recent orders, okay, same like here. So what I defined is, okay, export const. So like here I will define the names, customer name and amount, how much, what is their success or failure and all. So for this I take the const recent orders, okay, recent orders, same thing. So here also we will define id, customer id 1 comma customer. So here I will define Ramana, okay. So here value, how much value I have, okay. So how much the amount, or you can mention the amount better, okay, amount how much. So example like, example like $120, okay, like. So the same way, whether status also we need to stack, right? Status, status equal to, okay, whether it is, sorry, colon equal to success or not, whether can make it success, okay. So you can define how many columns you want, you can define that, it is not fixed. So the same way we will do for some other two users, okay, okay, we did this. So we completed dashboard.js, JSX. Okay, what we did in real application, this data comes from API. As we said, we learning, we stimulate it using JavaScript file. Okay, now we are going to build start card.jsx. Okay, one by one we will build everything. Okay, start card.jsx. Here what we do is each card is reusable. Like that we will build. If tomorrow we need 10 cards, we just change the sorry data. Okay, so what I am going to do is const, okay. Here I am taking start card, start card, okay, equal to, you can define however you want, okay. So what I am going to do is, so I am declaring that what and all we taken, title, value, color, right? That only we have this. So if you go right, title, value, color, title, value, color, same thing here I am defining. So how we can define this? You same thing, it should match that. Same thing, it should match that. So that title, 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 comma, value, comma, color. Okay, color. So I define that, whatever I define that. Now what we am going to do is I am returning this, right? How to return this is, okay. So here once we did right, we have to be written carefully. Listen this, okay. Now return So what we have to return, so whether we need to compare and all those things. Yes, so what I am going to do is, you can see, so div I am creating one div. Okay, in this I am, so class name, we will give one class name that we will define in the CSS. You can give anything, but that should be defined in the CSS. Okay, CSS. Okay, start card I given. So now here what I am going to use style, because color will be in the style only, right? That's what we are going to give here. Okay, style equal to border left solid something, whatever you want you can define this. Okay, there is no issue on this. So what I am going to do is, okay, I build this color, whatever color it is. So border left 6 pixel, whatever it is. Okay, remaining two I can give title and value. Okay, title and value I will give that. So h4 h2 I given. Finally what we need to do, everything it should be export, right? So what I do is, okay, export default. What we need to export, stat start code. Okay, right? So we did this thing also, we completed. What we did is just we return that. Okay, whatever style and all we did that. Okay, now we are going to revenue chart, we are going to build. Okay, revenue chart we are going to build. Okay, where is this revenue chart? Okay, here also same way we are going to the const revenue chart. Okay, const, you can practice with me also, revenue chart. Okay, so here also we are going to build the same thing. Okay, so what we are going to build is, okay, mm, okay, so here also we are doing that same return, we do that. So how we can do is the same way, return. So that, see, same thing, but why I didn't define here is, but here everything title value color is required, right? I define that, but here it is not required. Return class name chart box, so this should be in the define, we will define later in the CSS. So revenue title I given, analytics class name chart placeholder, that also will give, chart goes here. Okay. Now finally what we need to do, this also we need to export, right? So how we do export, export default revenue chart, export default revenue chart. Okay. That also we did. Okay. Now in production, this is where chart.js or recharts is used. Okay. Remember that. Now recent table also we will define. So this will come from dashboard data. So dashboard data it will come. Okay. So what we do is, first we'll build dashboard.jsx. Okay. Next. Mm, so let it build a recent table.jsx. So what we are doing is we need to import recent orders, right? So import, what is that, recent orders. Okay, from dashboard. Okay, see now, so recent orders whatever it is there, right, that we are going to define here, that we are going to define here. Now again we need to define the same way, const. Okay, const, what we will give, recent table, recent table, sorry, recent table. Okay, equal to, here also we don't define anything, that's why I given the same way. Okay, now we need to do define this, right? So what we are going to, here also we are creating like table format, right? So one table I am going to create, one table I am going to create. how we can do is this way. So what I did, return table class name data table. So the header whatever it is there, tr same way like what recent orders dot maps. So this is very important. Recent order dot maps order. So tr. So dynamically it will map this. Dynamically it will map this. Finally, what we need to do? So we need to export this also. We need to export this also. So how to export? So export default. What is that? So you go up. What is that? Recent table. Recent table. Or else you give caps letter. So it will be clear. Okay. Recent table. Okay. Right. Perfect. Now this is also we completed that. So here we mapped that whatever we exported recent orders, right? That dot map that will come as a dynamic. So tables are heavily used in admin and financial dashboards. You remember that, okay? Now dashboard.jsx we are going to build. So what and all we build, everything we will import here. Okay, dashboard.jsx we are just we will import each thing. We will import that. Okay, starts we did right. STATS starts. Okay, from dashboard data. Perfect. Next what and all start card also we did right. So that also we are going to revenue dot css also we do that. Css also all things I am importing that. All things see state card, revenue chart, revenue table, everything whatever import css not yet done, but I am importing that dashboard dot css here. Okay, now what I am going to is everything it is there right. It will need to map that for that dashboard. Same thing I am going to do here. What I am going is const dashboard, 1 minute, dashboard, okay, equal to same thing however you built right. So the same way we do that. Okay, so the same way. So now what we are going to give me the small only better. Okay? Now what we are going to is inside this we are returning the div. We are returning that div whatever start dot maps is there right. That we are building that. Okay, see return class name dashboard states grid state dot maps. So whatever id and starts. Okay, so this way you can build however you want. It's not like after that here you can see recent chart also we taken, recent table also we taken. So everything we imported. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to export this right. So that only we need to do. This is very important. Many people get due to these errors only. Okay, so what dashboard. Okay, now recent table also we built, everything we built. Now pending is the css. Css however you want you can build, but class name should match here. I have already some css, I am pasting it here. Okay, okay, this is my css. See this whatever it has right dashboard. So if you go dashboard.jsx right, dashboard. Okay, so state dot grids, if you go right state card. So state dot card. Okay, if you see right here state dot card. So everything like whatever classes we use right, that classes we built and reused here. Okay? Now finally what is our main components? Main component app.js right. If dashboard will import right, everything it is on that. Okay, where is that app.js? This is the main component I already did. So let me do that again. See, so dashboard components dot dashboard export dot default app. Okay, this is app.js is the main. Okay. Now let's completed this and we will see the how the output will come that. Okay. Let's see that. So for this what we need to do is here terminal window first npm slash install you do. If any components is required it will be install that. Okay, Now, so it is going to do now npm npm start. Let's see that any errors, if it is there, it will show that nothing errors are there. Okay, so uh, so let's refresh. Maybe browser issue, cache issue I'm feeling. So what I do is I will open, because I'm not deleting browser cache. Let me open in incognito window, same URL. Okay, paste. Wow, guys, let's see that. So users many, revenues how many, orders how many. So how the charts will go here. So what are the customers in the table format? We build that. So this is way and all. We can do more stylish however you want. However you want, you can build according to that. Okay. So this is way to build. Very easily we build. You see that. So everything dashboard, one components under component. Each one has the separate component we taken. Finally one dashboard related. This will actually interact with the API. Currently we are not interacting. That's why it is. See, if you want to add one more customer, okay, so I am adding. So just copy this or else. Okay, see how the React will work. I will show you guys. Okay, so here I am do 4. Okay, instead of Alexa I will give okay, so success. Let's see that. Okay, just save this. Okay, let me go here and build that. Control Shift R. Okay, see. So this is the way the professional developers will do that. Okay? If you want more on React and all, just subscribe our channel and do that. Thank you, friends.